Access granted. Access granted.
I don't think you want to do that, Mr. Jensen. Disengage lockdown, and whatever demons this station contains are likely to come crashing out on us.
Afraid to die, Darrow? Or just unwilling to face what you've done?
Oh, I know what I've done, believe me. I take no pleasure in it.
And yet you still did it.
I did what had to be done. 20 years ago, I gave the world augmentation technology. I thought I was giving it a bright future, but instead I gave it the means to destroy itself. No law, no UN regulation was going to fix that.
People are dying out there. Hundreds of thousands of people driven to the brink of insanity because of you.
I had to convince the world. Before today, people believed we should steal fire from the gods and redesign human nature. Human nature is the only thing we have that gives us a moral compass and the social skills we need to live in peace. Destroy it, and you destroy our very species.
Don't paint yourself a savior in this. What you're doing is insane.
Is it? When this is done, the Illuminati won't be able to control men and women like you as they had planned, from the inside out. No one will be able to use the technology I invented to make others into beings they desire. Something we both know has happened already.
You think you're Frankenstein? Killing his own monster?
Actually, Mr. Jensen, I prefer to think of myself as Daedalus, watching helplessly as his child crashes into the sea.
I'm ending this. Now.
You can't. The signal is being generated from the broadcast center at the base of this facility. Panchea's security system has been programmed to protect it, and will kill you before you even get close.
You designed that system, Darrow. You can tell me how to shut it down.
But I won't. You think what I'm doing is extreme. You simply don't understand. For humanity to survive beyond this century, it must abandon ill-conceived notions about transcendence and embrace change. But for that to happen, the hard lesson must be learned. Blood must be shed.
You think humanity needs to be punished? Is that it? Pain is the only thing people understand? By the time this is over, there will be no humanity left to embrace your change. The stress and horror you forced us to live through will have ripped it out of us.
I knew there would be casualties, but I thought, over time, surely the human spirit can recover. History has shown us again and again that the human race is hidebound and governed by inertia. As a society, as a species, the only way to elicit any kind of reaction from it is through an act of tragedy, a horrible cataclysm. I regret what I have been forced to do, but given what I know about mankind and the dangers facing us, this was the only viable choice.
You've convinced yourself you're right, but whatever moral high ground you're standing on is nothing but a stack of innocent victims. You're trying to justify genocide. All your talk about ethics and ideals doesn't mean a damn compared to that.
Is that the best argument you can produce? Ethics and morality are as fluid and changeable as any human conceit. I'm disappointed to see you are so naive. History shows us that every measured, reasonable approach to a global problem has failed, mired in apathy and inaction. Taggart would have us sit and debate while people like you continue to radically and fundamentally tear at the fabric of society. You'll never freely give up your augmentations, and your lust for superiority will destroy us all.
People like me? I'm no different than you, Darrow. I'm still a human being, just like all the men and women you're driving insane out there. Step back for just one moment and see it through our eyes. You've convinced yourself you're saving the world, but you're just lashing out in spite.
Lashing out in spite? Spare me your pathetic attempts at schoolboy psychology. You do not understand me. No one does. Once upon a time, I would have given all I had to be like you. But genetics cheated me of that chance, cursed me to become a cripple. And you know what? I'm relieved. Because I look in your eyes and I see how disturbed you are by what you have become. Admit it, Mr. Jensen. You've done things with those enhancements of yours you would never have considered before. You know your humanity is ebbing away.
You can't have the future, so no one can, is that it? Open your eyes, Darrow. Look at what your obsession is doing to the world. When all of this is over, nothing will be left but anarchy and fear, smoldering in the ashes of burning cities. How can anything be rebuilt from that?
Destruction is a necessary first step. Without destruction, there can be no reconstruction, no breaking free of the horrible road we have set ourselves on. If you cannot see that, then there's no use discussing this any further. Kill me if you wish, but I won't give you the security shutdown codes. I regret nothing I have done. The technology I created must be destroyed, and this is the only way I know to assure it. Go down there, Mr. Jensen. Go down to the core and see with your own eyes the horrors your precious future creates. I've made my choices. Now you must make yours.
Richard, the lockdown's disengaged. I'm heading back to the hangar to see if those blast doors are open. Have you been able to raise anyone?
I'm picking up several glimmers, but there's too much interference. I think you're on your own, Jensen.
Careful there, Francis. You almost sound like you regret that.
Access granted.
Okay, I hear you. Look, we're gonna go around. We're gonna go around. Kids, fuck you! Fuck you! I hate you, monster! Okay, I need a plan. Wait, I'm going. Then I'm gonna take you outside.
Not real. No. You shouldn't be here.
Closer!
Only I can be here.
Close! I don't want to have to do this! Quiet!
Nowhere you
I
can
can't
go.
think with all that noise!
Don't!
Die, you monster! There's nowhere you can go! You should have stayed away!
I'm always hiding. I need to see them. Just get away from me. Stop running! I've got to do this! Don't!
Won't be long now. I'll be home. Don't be difficult! This is best for both of us! Ah! Stop running! How do you expect me to catch you? Okay.
Stand still.
Stand! Don't! Don't you see? I need for you to understand! Just let me explain.
Don't be difficult.
Get away!
This
Get
is
away!
the best for both of us. You're the monster. It's
Closer! It's in my head.
Don't be difficult.
I know it. Just
Here.
don't run anymore. Run! Go away, Ghost. Go away.
real. Not real. Not real.
Real! Stop running! How do you expect me to catch you? Quiet!
You seem relatively normal, nicht wahr?
All things considered, yeah. You okay?
Thankfully, I was able to barricade myself in here when things got out of control. So, is it safe to come out now?
No. The rest of the station is still under siege. You better stay here until help comes. In the meantime, is it possible to download Praxis software here?
Yes, of course. No damage was done to the computers. See for yourself. I will remain here, where it's safe. If you need help, or get word of help, please come back. You want to purchase more, Mr. Jensen? Well, do what you must. I will remain here, where it's safe.